Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to discuss the royal dragging of Piers Morgan by Dr. Shola Mos-Shogbamimu. I am sorry if I say that wrong, doctor. It's all love. Welcome, guys, to another video of mine. It's your girl, Djena. If you don't already know who I am, go ahead and subscribe so that you get to know me. And if you do know, welcome back to the channel. What it do? What it do? We do not have time to talk. This video has to be short and sweet. Mr. Piers is a journalist who's been working for Good Morning Britain for quite some time. I want to say 2 days ago. I want to say maybe 3 days ago. I don't know when I'm going to edit and release this video. A week ago, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Shola dragged Piers Morgan by his pinky toe. She got him by the tip of his booty and dragged that ass. Dr. Shola chewed and spat Piers Morgan out in a way that has got the people shooketh. And I'm here to discuss. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out a quick little snippet.
I think it's unbelievable. You talk about.
So if you don't already know, Piers Morgan hosts Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid. Miss Susanna Reid was present on the day of the royal dragging, and so were 3 other men, including a Mr. We'll get to him a little bit later. Who I want to focus on today is Dr. Shola. The discussion was over Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey. Mama Oprah the win, and she did it. Let me take these off so I can really give you the tea. Okay. So basically, Dr. Shola went for Piers because, first of all, Piers appears to have a personal vendetta against Meghan. Allegedly, Meghan refused to give him time of day. Maybe they were friends, maybe they weren't. Whatever happened between them, time and time again, we've seen Piers attacking Meghan, going for her good name. Piers, if it is rejection you are upset with, just say that. In the interview, Meghan expressed how there were times where she felt like committing suicide. This is really, really serious. She expressed how, you know, conversation might arose. Someone said to Harry, they were worried about the color of their baby. Their baby could be born brown. It's British racism. It's really sweet and posh and professional. Very polite. Swept under the rug. And I feel like she wanted to say more in that interview. But we're not discussing the interview today. We are discussing the back and forth between Dr. Shola and Piers. So one of Dr. Shola's points was that Piers appeared to be more upset that Meghan opened her mouth about the situation, as opposed to being upset with the blatant racism that is being directed towards Meghan's baby. This whole question of whether the baby is going to be born brown or dark, for that matter, seeing as Harry accepted his wife being half black, half white, she is a mixed race woman, that shouldn't be the royal family's concern. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Keep it cute or keep it mute. So, Dr. Shola obviously wanted to attack the blatant racism. She also raised a fair point. What kind of grandmother, especially one with this much power, control, and influence, would not protect her grandchildren from the scrutiny of the media, especially when there are like racial connotations to it? But at the same time, she can protect her son from accusations of abuse of a minor? I mean, you know, allegedly, because I ain't trying to go under. Allegedly. The royals are not saints, okay? I'm in your country, so don't come for me. But y'all not saints, and we know it. The royals are known for manipulating and having their way and controlling the authority of it all. You know, the control, the power, you know, the influence of it all. So use that to protect your own. They could influence the influencers. Look, all I gotta say is, even if I was the royal booty cleaner, I would use my influence for something. I don't care what the media does and the media doesn't do, because the media gets direction from somewhere. They get a direction from a governing body, and they get direction from this. So please don't try me with that. Do whatever you want, but when it comes to racism, put your foot down. Now, there's a lot of back and forth going on between Piers and Dr. Shola. There was a moment where Piers looked like he was about to cry. He was like, I find what you're saying about the Queen absolutely disgraceful. She was not having it. She was like, oh, really?
You know what? I find what you're saying about the Queen actually disgraceful. I find what you're saying... You're entitled to your opinion, Shola. I find... Sorry, no, I'm allowed to respond to what you've just said.
Is rooted, listen, you might learn something.
She came for the neck. Be professional, Piers. Have a seat, please. You are the royal ass kisser. Piers was upset that Meghan decided to talk about this when the queen is already 94 years old or something like that. And her husband apparently is like 99 or something. You know, apparently he's in the hospital. He's having like real health issues. And Piers felt that it was insensitive of Meghan to talk about this at such a sensitive time. If this is something Meghan has in her heart to discuss, she needs to talk about it. You don't ever consider what people are going through. In fact, you never consider what Meghan is going through when you're attacking her numerous times. Jeez, the hypocrisy of it all. I feel for Meghan, y'all. Once you get in, you can't get out. I mean, you can go to Canada. You can go to Los Angeles, but you can't hide. They're gonna find you. I feel for you, sis. It must be so suffocating. There are pros and cons, but I bet you the cons outweigh the pros. The person sitting next to him, Susanna Reid. Homegirl couldn't do anything. She was just... My girl was just sitting there. She didn't know what to do with herself because it was getting heated. But I bet you she was like, good for you, Piers. Good for... Inside of her, she was dancing. After a while, you know, she tried to play like mediator. Come on, guys. Guys, come on. Come on. We must all communicate effectively. Anywho, after Piers stopped talking to Dr. Shola because he just couldn't take any more ass whooping, he called on another gentleman that happened to be in that discussion who was also black. A Sergeant Johnson Bahari. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Sergeant. Okay. I'm sorry, Sergeant. Keep in mind that Mr. Sergeant won the Victoria Cross for serving Britain. So Piers is going to turn around to Sergeant Johnson and be like, Sergeant Johnson, did you ever feel any racism when you were dealing with the royal family? Now let me tell you what the man said. The man said no. In fact, the man went on to say that he thinks that this whole thing is fake because he never experienced any racism. Now, Sergeant, don't you think you're putting yourself a little too high in the importance scale? The relationship that you have with the royals is professional. You will never know what it's really like. Your relationship is superficial. Meghan is on the inside. Her relationship with the royal family is personal, all right? Now, honey, I thought you would at least try to back up Dr. Shola. Okay, you didn't experience racism, but you know it happens. I understand you're, CYA. You're trying to cover your ass. I understand all of that. There are ways that you could have done so, but at the same time, support your sister. Perhaps you could have said, I've never experienced it, but I've heard that it happens, but you just trying to make sure you're good. So while your teammate is sitting here fighting for the people, but she's slipping, you just gonna keep letting her slide down as long as you're going up, right? I know some people will say Dr. Shola should have been a bit more professional and perhaps allowed Piers to express himself. Fair enough. Okay. It is a discussion and both parties have the right to speak. I think, Piers has a history for speaking over people, for being perhaps belligerent. And knowing that, Dr. Shola had to go with her foot down and not give him scope. I agree with her. She knew who she was dealing with and she knew how she had to go about it. And she handled it in the best way she could. And doctor, you had to be Nigerian to... Yo, I'm telling you, Nigerians fear nothing. It's been brought to my attention that Piers Morgan quit Good Morning Britain. Now, we wonder, did he leave on his own accord? Or did he leave because Ofcom received 41,000 complaints against this man in his personal vendetta towards Meghan Markle? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is my first review, but I just thought this whole situation was quite interesting. Yeah, I just thought it was something that we could all talk about. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about this whole situation, how you feel about the interview. Did you enjoy this review video? And I wish you well. Until my next video, stay strong, stay beautiful, stay blessed. They could control what the media posts and what the media posts. Say that 3 times. It has come to my attention that Piers Morgan quit Good Morning Breakfast. Good Morning Breakfast. There are people passing by my window and they think I'm crazy.